only live once. Who knows that saying? YOLO. Come on, y'all know it. Raise your hand. Come on, YOLO. There we go. Some things that we have to remember about how to overcome trial is to avoid temptation. Everyone faces temptation. Job was a righteous man, but he still faced temptations and trials, and that was because God knew that he could make it out. He knew that he could have faith, and he would trust God no matter what he was going through. And Job literally lost everything. I can't even imagine. But what's the best way to keep from falling into a trap of temptation? Avoid it. If we're serious about following God, we should be wise and keep ourselves far from sin. There are many different sins: sexual sin, drug addiction, love of money. I don't have to go into that with all of y'all. Y'all know. Stay away from these things, especially I know the modesty thing, kind of what Allie talked about. Be careful. We can help out more than you know by not wearing certain things. I don't have to tell you, modesty. You get it all the time. Watch and pray. A mountain climber must be aware of his surroundings. Dark clouds warn him to build a shelter. Deep snow means an avalanche is possible, and certain types of rock are dangerous to climb. We know that the same with sin. We know how to watch for it. We know what to expect, and you know how to pray. I know that because my 5-year-old sister knows how to pray, and she does it well. Let me just tell you. Okay. So, one example of praying is in Matthew 26, 36 through 41 and 43. This is when Jesus is going to the disciples in Gethsemane, and he's with them, and he told them to sit, and he's going to go off and pray. This is right before he's going to be taken to be crucified, and he tells them to pray. And what do? They fall asleep. You're right. I've actually been to the Garden of Gethsemane, because like I said, I went to Greece, and we got to go to Israel and all sorts of places. But to see actually where Jesus was sitting, more than likely, and to know, just being there, all you could do was just pray. And thank God for everything that he gave you, and thank Jesus for dying on the cross, and it was just an emotional experience. But to think that the disciples could sleep when there was a time when they knew what was going on, it seems silly. But how often do we fall into that same trap? Sleep seems better than praying, right? And our earthly, humanly we need sleep. But 5-10 minutes giving glory to God, that's not too much. Not something that I have to remind myself all the time. But the last thing is stand firm on God's word. And the most challenging aspects of climbing a mountain are technical climbs where the climber must use the anchor in a rock or ice to prevent themselves from falling. How easy is it to fall into temptation? Easy. Real easy. We just have to keep in mind that we have God's word, and if we ever need instruction in any shape, form, or fashion, we know where to go. And 1 Corinthians 10:13, no temptation has seized you except what is common to man, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can stand up or under it. Doesn't that verse just give you a lot of comfort and peace, knowing that there is not a single temptation that you cannot handle because you have God? That helps me a lot. And the biggest thing is don't give up. God promised us enough grace to get through every difficult situation. And his promise is faithful. It doesn't matter if we may fail. It doesn't matter if we can promise somebody that we're going to do something tomorrow and it not happen. He won't. He's promised us that if we are faithful and we don't give up on him, we will have an eternity in heaven. And that's something that I look forward to. But he tells him not to give up in the Bible all the time, especially with Job. He gave him reassurance in an odd way, but he definitely did. And in Hebrews 10:35-36, so do not throw away your confidence; it will be richly rewarded. You need to preserve so when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. Okay, so all of this is to say, to overcome the world is not as easy as it sounds. It's going to take effort, it's going to take a lot of hard work, but just like Robbie up there, you can overcome it. He's overcoming his disease, and he's doing it with grace, as you can tell with his awesome dance moves. We can be like that. We can be the encouragement to people. To overcome the world, the best way is to let your light shine, which was the theme of last all get to heaven, but it'll all be worth it. Let's say a quick prayer and then. Dear Heavenly Father,